Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back, it's Jordan here. So we just finished constructing the Lego studio and I'm in the midst of uploading the video for that. And I'm doing that on my new Mac Mini. Mac Mini. What? What just came out of my word, or out of my mouth? It came out of my words. Mac Mini. Oh my gosh, I went to the Apple store the other day and I bought a Mac Mini. I've used it for 2 days now. I don't know how I'm doing, everybody. I don't know. I've been using a PC for my entire life. I think I got a computer when I was like 8. I have been using a PC my entire life. And now all of a sudden I go grab a Mac Mini. I haven't touched an iPhone since I think 2012. I've never owned an iPad. Always used a Samsung Galaxy. Always. Whether it be a tablet, whether it be a phone, everything. I went to plug my phone in and it's like, wait a minute, I can't just open the files from my phone and drag and drop them. I have to download this special Android app, which is difficult to connect. And when I go to view all the files on my phone, it doesn't even show me thumbnails. It's like bizarre. I think if you are an Apple user, you have like an Apple phone, like an iPhone, and you have an iPad, and then you have like your iMac or your Mac Mini, and everything is sort of compatible and everything goes well together. But when you're like me and you've got a PC laptop and I've got a PC at home and I've got an Android phone and like that, it's like, why would I go get an Apple product when it's not, it is compatible, but it's not as compatible with an Apple computer. So long story short, I am going to return my Mac Mini because there's certain things that are really like getting to me. I'm not a huge fan of where the command key is located on the keyboard. I'm used to using control. And also I find that like on a PC, you can select a file, hold shift and select a file down here and it selects them all. And I really like that functionality, and I can't figure out how to do that on a Mac. And there's just a whole bunch of things that I'm like, can't figure out, like how to navigate properly on the screens, and the split screen is sort of weird, and like you can't actually minimize things and close things quickly. You've got to like go up there and hit File Close or hit Command Q to close things. It's just like this weird like interface that I'm not a huge fan of. Also, another thing too, comment section has been saying this to me. They're like, dude, think about this. You got this Mac Mini, it's got a 512 gigabyte hard drive in it. You can't expand it, man. Like, that's what you got. In order to expand it, you've got to get a different model that has more memory. And more memory is going to cost you like $500, and you can't expand this one. So if you ever decide a year down the road, oh, I should have got more memory, you can't expand it. It's done. You're in the stone enchanted garden of Apple. You can't really, what's it called? They call it the Stonewall ecosystem of Apple. You can't expand it. You can't add more RAM to this thing. You can't. Whereas a PC is like, you can add more RAM to it, you can add more memory to it. Whereas that thing, you're sort of stuck with what you got. Wow, that's a good point. Like that's sort of weird. Like, why can't I add more RAM to my PC, or to my Apple? That's sort of strange to me. So then I was like, okay, well, maybe what I should do is go back and I should return this one and I should get the one that has more RAM and more memory so that I'm future-proofed. And it's like, yeah, I could do that, but now that's ramping up the cost beyond the PC that I was having to look at. And the point of me getting the Apple product was to try and save a little bit of money and try the Apple software for the first time. So guess what? Unfortunately, I am returning the Mac product just because I am a PC user. I know a lot of people aren't going to like that, but I went to Memory Express today to buy a cable because the internet reception in here isn't the best because of the stone walls. And as soon as I plugged in the cable, the Ethernet cable, boom, it went back up to 1 gigabyte, and my video is uploading way faster. And while I was there, bought a PC. Now I got a choice here. What I should do is set that up and I should try and render a 4K video on DaVinci Resolve, because that's why I bought a new computer, to provide 4K on the internet. And I should try and make sure that that can handle it before returning the Mac. But I should also return the Mac before opening that. So I've got myself in a pickle here. But both companies said that, yeah, you can return it, no problem. So I'm assuming if I open that up and I render a 4K video, then it's good to go. But I also don't want to, get shut down by Apple, be like, no, you can't return this. Ooh, what do I do? What do I do? Do I open up this one and have two open products? Or do I go return the Apple and just hope that that can deal with 4K footage? I'm sure it can, because the sales rep says, buddy, I guarantee that will handle 4K footage, like guaranteed. And if it doesn't, come return it. So I guess I'm going to pack up this Mac after I'm done uploading this video. I'm going to wipe it. I'm going to pack it up and bring it back to the store tomorrow, and then I'm going to set that up tomorrow. I'm excited because now I got to set up another computer. Woo! I'm sorry, Apple enthusiasts. I tried it. I can't do it. I can't. I just simply cannot do it. And I'm sorry. I did try. I tried for 2.5 days, and I just simply cannot do it. What looks cooler, the Mac Mini that I just packed up, or this new rig? I'm about to hit the power button for the first time. Oh yeah! You gotta say, or you gotta admit, like that looks like crazy. That's so cool. Look at that. You can see inside. If I want, I can just like add more memory or more RAM or change out like anything. Look at all the space in there. Come on, that is epic, right? Yeah, okay. I tried the Apple way. I'm sorry. I'm a PC guy. Look at this. Look at this thing. It's a beast. There's no way that this is going to underperform that. Like, there's no way. Although it is more money. This was $2,500. That was $1,700 Canadian dollars. So technically, this is about $1,800 US dollars. But it's just a monster. Look at that. I cannot wait to get it going. So obviously, I've made up my mind that I think they are going to accept the return on that. Like, they've got to. They told me they would. And I've also decided that it's probably a likely story that the sales rep wasn't lying, and that this beast right here is going to be able to play back, edit, and render 4K footage. Oh my gosh, it feels so good to be flying again. Everything from my existing PC just like synced up. I didn't have to create a new account. Like, I had to create an Apple account. Oh, I could actually access my phone. Like, I could actually come in here and see all my files. I can very easily like split the screens. I can use the interface. I know what I'm doing. I could just rip around on this thing. Like this, I couldn't figure out how to do this. If I click there and I hold shift, I can grab all these files. I couldn't figure out how to do that. It was driving me bananas. Like, I just couldn't do it. I was going nuts. Like, it was insane. Also, like, I'm used to doing Control X, Control V, and things staying put. And when you're viewing files, I'm used to the grid where it actually stays. So for example, if I hold Control and roll, things get larger and the grid actually stays. I wasn't able to do that on a Mac. I feel like I wasn't able to do it. Maybe I just didn't know how to do it, but I know how to operate on here so much better. Like, it's just so much better. And then look, ooh, I want to close this window. It actually closes. It's not just hovering down there. If I want to minimize it, it's still down here. I can change up my taskbar. My taskbar on the bottom doesn't just like magically disappear. If I want to make this full window, it's full window. I don't have to do anything. Like, I don't have to come up here, hover my mouse. It's just minus, it's gone. Like, there's just something about PC that I much prefer. Like, I've tried both now, and I'll tell you right now, like, this is the way to do it. Like, I can split these windows into like quadrants of 4 if I so choose. I can open up a file browser and I can put it in the quadrant of 4. I've got 4 screens now. Like, there's just something that I much prefer about PC. I'm sure it's because I know how to do it, and I'm sure there's ways of doing this very easily on Mac, but there is just so many more benefits that I see because I know how to do this. And also it's compatible with my device. That is like number one for me. And is it going to be able to render 4K footage? I guess I will figure that out, right? So we'll download DaVinci Resolve. I'll edit this up that I'm filming right now in 4K and then sort of go from there. So I can't say that this is going to be my last clip about this computer because I'm totally hyped on it. I did confirm that I can do the exact same thing with the Mac with this computer. The other day when I got the Mac, I plugged in the camera and I noticed that I can drag and drop the files from the camera's memory card right into DaVinci Resolve, and they were instantly there. And I did confirm that I can do that with this PC as well, which is excellent. But I did copy one over just so we can make sure that it can actually read and render 4K. So I've just got one file here. Let's make this larger. And so I've got one file here. It is in 4K. Oh my gosh, look, I know the keys. Woo, look at me go. Maybe that's too much. Oh, I know the keys, Control Z, excellent. Okay, let's go back to 17 minutes. So it's 17 minutes. It's all 4K footage. Crystal clear.
Oh my God.
Playback is good. So that is awesome. And let's see what it takes to render this. So let's make this full screen by just double clicking on it. Thank you very much. Oh, let's minimize it by double clicking on it. Oh, thank you. Okay, that's excellent. Oh, I want to get rid of it. Oh, it's gone. Okay, sweet. Oh, it's back up. Oh, excellent. Okay, sweet. I know how to do it. It's good. So this here is 17 minutes and 10 seconds, 4K footage. I wanted to verify that it's the same speed as the Mac Mini or quicker. I noticed that when I rendered 4K footage on the Mac Mini, it was about 1 minute and 15 seconds per minute of footage. So 1 minute of 4K footage would render in 1 minute and 15 seconds. So this is test. So let's render it at 4K, which is 3840 by 2160, Ultra HD, 59.94 frames per second. So it looks like for 17 minutes, it's going down. It's about the same because we're at about 19 minutes right now, but it's going down rapid fire, 1830, 1818. So it's about 1 minute to render. And you can hear the fan fired up, that classic PC noise. Heck yeah. Awesome. You know what else I like about PC too? So the browsing windows are sort of like the internet. See, I can put these in the tabs and I can pull the tabs out. I don't know if Mac was like that. I truly don't. I don't know if it was like that. And once again, I just love the fact that I can just roll in and make these things larger and they stay in the grid. So much better. Oh my gosh. PC. Thank you. Thank you for bringing me back. All right, let's do some other stuff today as well. Well, look at that. We got a fresh batch of snow yesterday. Holy cow. And I'm back at the mall to return the Mac Mini. Even though I decided that Mac and Apple is not for me, I cannot discredit the customer service that I get at that store. I walk in there, oh, you want to do a return? Yeah, no problem, beep, 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 beep. Okay, it's back on your card. Like, no question as to why you're returning it, nothing. No verifying the product, done. Pretty amazing. Also, the sales rep that I originally had, incredible. So, kudos to Apple for providing a great service. Oh my gosh, now we're gonna continue shopping at the Home Depot. So what am I up to at the Home Depot? Well, quite a bit. I'm getting this refrigerator right there because we need fresh food at the studio. It's got a freezer and a fridge. I could put a loaf of bread in there. Just got to grab a toaster. They don't sell those at Home Depot, but they do sell microwaves. So I grabbed one of those as well so I could heat up the food. Also a doormat for the front door. And then I bought this 3-piece set here. It's funny, if you were to buy the 2-piece set for like the hand towel and the toilet paper, it's the same cost as the 3-piece set. So I got the 3-piece set because I'm gonna have, what is it? The bar right there, so I can hang a larger towel, which can be used for drying dishes. Because I'm gonna be eating over there, I'm gonna be creating dishes. I need like somewhere to hang a big dry towel. And also, Jose just walked up with these door stops as well. We're getting some new door stops for the house and also the studio. So definitely not a bad haul here from the Home Depot. There's more that we need, but I think we'll leave some of that other stuff for another day. We're doing it right, hey, Jose?
We sure are.
We've got one more stop to make as well, and that's Walmart. Now we're here to look at more kitchen style stuff. They do have this mini fridge. I was eyeing that up quite some time ago when I was picking up supplies for the new space. But the one that we just got is actually bigger than this one. But there's something else we're in the market for, and I think the best place to get it is actually Walmart, and that's a water cooler. I want to get a water cooler over there because the water is sort of disgusting. It's like commercial water, and it doesn't taste good, and I don't feel comfortable drinking it. Also, this is going to make the water cold and also hot. So if I want to make like some ramen noodles or some tea, well, there you go. It's going to solve that problem. So I for sure got to get one of these water coolers. Now I already have a coffee machine. In fact, Peter sent me an espresso machine. It's in the car, and hopefully we can set that up today. Thank you so much, man. That's going to be epic. But I don't have a toaster, and I swear I'm gonna have a frozen loaf of bread in the freezer at all times, and I'll be making like sandwiches and stuff. Luckily for us, Walmart has a great selection of like relatively cheap toasters, so you've definitely got to grab one of those too. We do good work. Wow.
Some Tetris going on.
Yeah. This is why we needed new door stops. There's the old, and there's the new. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. Picked up one other thing for the washroom. So you saw this. Gonna install those once I have my drill and stuff here. And also this shelf, because we're gonna have like dish soap and all sorts of other stuff, because this is sort of like more than just a washroom. This is gonna be like cleaning Lego, cleaning dishes, all that. And I think that's gonna be mounted right here. While we were out, we were looking for a mirror, and that mirror can just go right there because I wanna look at myself. But we couldn't find one that was appropriate. We pre-drilled this hole up here with the screw, so you've got to find one with like a wire hook or a center hole for the mirror, and we can just hang it right there. It's sort of an odd dimension, so you've got to try and find one. But I'm really excited about this little mini shelf because it's just going to be home to everything that we need for this sink. I can't believe I'm filming a clip about this toilet paper dispenser. It's probably gonna go right there. And then the little hand towel rack, it's gonna go right there beside the sink. And then the towel rack is gonna go right here. Oh no, I forgot. I need to get a light switch cover. I actually want to replace these plugs, so they're like the new age ones. Those things look really bad, so that's an easy swap up. I'm gonna make it look like these ones because that looks a little bit better. But yeah, then we're gonna put this other bar right there, so I'll be able to put like the dish dry cloth over there and have it separated from the hand towel one, which once again will be hung right there. And we put a little piece of felt right there so that this no longer smashes into the wall. So here we go, we loaded in the fridge, the water dispenser, a little IKEA cabinet there, and also the coffee machine from home is right here. Jose's like, you know what, we're gonna take the new coffee machine and put it at home, and you can take the old coffee machine. So we're gonna install that bad boy today, and I am excited. And check it out, everybody. The Brixies are Team Sketcher. We got our indoor shoes on. It wouldn't be a studio update without a little bit of a setback. Oh my gosh, got the fridge up here, sliced the box open, walked the fridge out, and then discovered there's a big dent in the side of the fridge. So I phoned Home Depot, I'm like, hey, maybe we can get some sort of like discount or something like that. And then as I'm on the phone with the gentleman, I further inspect the fridge, and I'm like, okay, this doesn't look right either. The top is just like popping off. In fact, this bracket, broken. This bracket over here, also broken. So this thing is like completely like busted up. Like, why would I keep that? I'm gonna go bring it back to Home Depot, I guess. But a sick looking fridge, like it's the perfect size in my opinion. That's just beauty. I'm really excited about the product, but I just need one in, you know, a decent condition. So I've got to bring this thing all the way back to Home Depot and grab a new one. But hopefully the new ones aren't in the same condition. That would not be good. New fridges. Like, how is that even acceptable? That's wild. Luckily for us, they had another fridge in stock at the Home Depot, so I was able to exchange that. Thank goodness. I can't wait to load that full of food. That's perfect. Just a beauty size. It's unfortunate that it opens this way, but it is what it is. So we got the nice freezer, fridge part, look at that. Put all the cans of pop and stuff in there, maybe some Gatorade on the bottom. That is just beauty. Also, we're gonna have cold and hot water. Both of these things here have to sit and like rest and chill in place before you actually plug them in. You can brew some coffees here. I've got some Yetis on the way from Amazon. They were on special, so I ordered a couple Yetis for over here. And then the toaster and also the little Aket cabinet. Keep all the goodies. And I'm actually gonna bring the rest of the Aket cabinets and probably line them up along here so we can put a mountain of food in here. No, I'm just kidding. It won't be all for food, but just for storage, probably all the Akets along here. And this is just gonna be like the little kitchenette area. I originally thought that this would be the kitchenette area, and I sort of want to stick with that plan just because it's going to be out of the way of all of the computers and parts and everything. I still haven't really decided where we're going to put the parts. I mean, the parts could go on this wall, or they could go on this wall, or they could go on that wall. And I still haven't decided where the finalized position of the computers and TVs and couch and stuff will be either. I'm sort of leaning toward the parts here now. If I put the parts right there between those two sockets, and then they sort of block the lights or the windows there, and you just have a mountain of parts there. And then over here might be the computers and editing and stuff like that. And then this area will all be the chill zone. So I'm probably gonna put like a couch here and a TV, and then some other shelving and stuff, and just sort of make this place more like a workplace and more like home as well. This just goes to show you though how much space we have. When you put this fridge in here, it's like, yeah, I want this area to be the fridge and the kitchenette. And it's like, yeah, it's only like a quarter of that area. So it's a little bit ridiculous. Hey, super happy with my PC. I know there's gonna be a lot of Apple people that are against me doing this, but I'm super happy with the outcome of that so far. It's just a thing of beauty. Really excited about it. Pretty sweet. I probably didn't need to go get that right away, but the reality is, I mean, I could have just kept editing on my laptop here, but the reality is I wanted to go 4K because I think my channel is at the point where it's like, okay, come on now, get the right equipment to start uploading 4K. It's just the reality of being a YouTuber, really. So yeah, that's really about it for today. I gotta go back home because the kids are being babysit right now, and Jose and I drove here in the same vehicle, so we got to get back home and go hang out with them. And I'll start loading up my car for the next day, which is going to be bringing the parts and sort of getting all this stuff up here done. I want to try and get this whole area developed up here before I start building Lego City tables and stuff like that. I think it's a priority is to getting my workstation set up with all the parts and the chill zone with the food so I can actually eat over here. I don't have to eat out every single day, and get the computer set up and just sort of make this area functionable, like make the studio functionable before bringing in all the Lego. I think that's probably my priority at this point. Am I gonna go get the U-Haul that I was talking about the other day? It was planned that I would do that today, but I didn't get my ducks in a row. I didn't like pre-book it, and I probably should have, but I just, for some reason, just didn't do it. So I'll have to maybe do that tomorrow or the next day or whatever it may be. We'll have to try and figure that out. Because I think even hauling the parts over here in the Honda CR-V or whatever it may be would take a long time just because the seats don't sit flat and it would just take so many trips. It would be so inefficient. Whereas if I had like a bigger van, I could literally load all the parts in and bring them here in one load. So I think in order to start bringing that type of stuff, I need to go get the right equipment so that I can actually start doing this in an efficient way. That's really about it, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff coming out in the near future. Farewell.